the sports columnist of the Des Moines Register. I'm here with Randy Peterson, Tommy Birch. Just watched Texas come back and beat Iowa State 31-30. After the game, there was a key play at the end, a fumble that was overturned. Paul Rhodes really got emotional, Randy. What about his reaction in the postgame?
We saw in the postgame what players have seen in the locker room from Paul Rhodes after the game. He got emotional. He was bouncing around up on the podium. He was mad at a call. He thought it was a fumble. Officials reviewed it, didn't see the same way Paul Rhodes saw it, and 50,000 other fans saw it out there, and however many on TV. He was mad. He thought it was a fumble, and he made his feelings known. And whether he gets reprimanded by the Big 12, I don't know. And he didn't care. He could care less.
And Randy, in your time covering Iowa State, you've known Paul Rhodes most all the time he's been here. Have you seen him act that way after a game, that type of a reaction?
I've not seen him act that way in public. No, I've seen him act that way after victories, but never after a loss like that. We saw, we've all seen the Paul Rhodes videos after the game in the locker room. Well, we saw it outside. We saw it at a press conference when he was clearly mad and he felt his team was robbed.
And Tommy Birch, there were so many big plays in this game. What were the other moments that really stand out for you?
Obviously, I think the big one that stands out for me is that touchdown pass at the end of the first half. Case McCoy kind of tosses up a Hail Mary that somehow lands into the hands of their wide receiver, who falls into the end zone with it. Around 4 different Iowa State receivers. That gave them the lead at the half and gave them the momentum, which Iowa State eventually got back. But in the end, with a 1-point game, that proved to be a pretty costly play. But there were some pretty big bright spots for Iowa State. You talk about Aaron Wimberly, a guy who burst onto the scene against Tulsa, had another great game. Quarterback Sam Richardson played pretty well up until that pick into the fourth quarter. The defense came up with some big stops, and it looked like they had one there at the end. So I think there were plenty of big takeaways to take away from this. And this is a team that almost started off 1-0 in the Big 12.
And Randy spoke about Big 12 decisions. My column is, I think the Big 12 needs to suspend Texas wide receiver Mike Davis for his hit on a defenseless knee of Deion Broomfield. We'll find out what their reaction is to that play. Just a very emotional, difficult loss for Iowa State tonight, 31-30. Find out much more on DesMoinesRegister.com.